Thank you for joining me on the third part of this lecture series, Birth Chart 101, the esoteric meaning of the houses. So again, just like our zodiac and our planets, our houses have symbology and archetypes, personalities, qualities, intangibles associated with them, the houses of the zodiac. So we know when our planets are transiting, and even from our birth chart, recognizing the influences of the planet and where these zodiac are placed in the houses in our charts, we can decipher their archetypes, decipher their symbology, and learn and see signs, reading the words, understanding their archetypes from history, from our ancient history, books that were hidden away from us in Alexandria. These kind of symbolic teachings that will always outlast because they're always true. So we can refer back to these references, is why I like to bring notes and books so that we can reference these things. And because we see these objective interpretations of the subjective, we can say, wow, that's no coincidence. There's something here. So moving forward with our archetypes of the houses and understanding the symbology of the houses. The first house, represented by Aries or Mars or even Mercury, the higher mind, is our self, our life body, our life itself, our vitality, is ruled by this first house of Aries, where Mars is comfortable, Mercury, and even the Sun is our life force, our self-expression, this first house. And we're going to go more into the esoteric meanings of these houses. But at a first glance, when we study astrology, you'll hear these astrologers associate the houses this way. And we're going to go in deeper. So Taurus, the second house, is ruled by Venus. I would also say Vulcan, the esoteric higher mind, and even Uranus to the moon in Taurus. It represents possessions, money, livelihood, material circumstances, self-value, that self-worth that we accumulate with our work at the second house. And all of our earthly houses, the second house, the sixth house, and the 10th house, all refer to our physical service and our means of support and self-worth and how we receive that money back, a lot of times associated with our physical jobs and our careers. Gemini is the third house that is associated with Mercury, or the higher mind, Venus. Mercury, that short-term travel, and the third house represents local movement, short journeys, communication, schools, siblings, close relationships, really how we grow up, who we grow up around. Going to school, our early years in school are represented by Gemini in the third house. And that's why those interpersonal relationships and how we communicate and think of those relationships are important, Mercury and Venus. The fourth house of Cancer is associated with the moon, higher mind, Neptune. That home, family, roots, parenting, that unconditional love that is of Neptune. But moon, that's the fear of security and the insecurities, the subconscious, what we need to feel secure, our home, our families, our physical home. Is represented by Cancer in the fourth house, four walls. 5 is Leo, the sun, our creativity, our children, our romance, our entertainment, what we do for fun, where people see us at our best and having a good time, our hobbies. 6 is Virgo, ruled by Mercury. I'd say the higher mind is the moon. Health, service, work, daily routines, keeping our daily lives on track, those daily routines and health, our diets, how we take care of other people around us and our environments around us. Mercury, again, that thinking space, but also able to move, adapt, make changes physically. Libra rules the 7th house, Venus, partners, marriages, open enemies. These are the very severe, important, profound relationships in our lives. The 7th house. The 1st house is us, and opposite of that is the 7th house, other people. 8, Scorpio, Pluto, representing sex, death, inheritances, loss, joint finances, other people's money, transformation, healing. Pluto represents death underneath the ground, but also our buried treasure that we get, or the transformational rewards that comes from overcoming or navigating loss. 9 is Sagittarius, Jupiter, long distance travels, higher education, religion, spirituality, law, philosophy, higher mind, big picture, ethics, higher meanings. Jupiter is that benefic male, extroverted, optimistic, wants the best, wants to know what the best is, needs to strive for the best in ourselves, higher learning, experiences. 10 is Capricorn, Saturn, career, social positions, the dominant parent, honor, community, power, our public reputation, our social foundations, sometimes represents the father or grandfather. Cancer as well. Cancer and Capricorn rule the solstice there. They say we can come in from the moon and we leave through Saturn and Capricorn, the physical world. We enter and leave. 11, Aquarius, Uranus, friendships, association, aspirations, goals, wishes, ambitions, self-realizations, those epiphanies, epitome of our innovation, our creativity, our uniqueness, our genuineness that is ruled by Aquarius and Uranus, that breaks free from any pre-established structure or social norm. 12 is Pisces, Neptune, hidden matters, hidden matters, unconscious, seclusion. Pisces is the last zodiac, but Neptune also represents the unknown, the chaos, the boundless, and we don't know the end of Neptune. It goes on forever. The energies of Neptune, the mysterious, the unknown, the subconscious, the hidden self, past habits, debts, karmic debts, escapism, our self-undoing, all the unconscious things of ourselves that Neptune rules as well. And even part of our higher conscious mind, I believe, is ruled by Neptune, where we can get insights and dreams. So, quick notes on the houses again. We're going to go through this 2 more times to get some extra notes. So if we go back through, we have Aries, personal appearance, how you appeal to other people is that 1st house represented by Aries, the Sun, Mercury, and Mars, that physical body that people see. Taurus is our resources and values, both possessions and talents, how we use those talents to receive value. Gemini is environment, perceptions, how you perceive and interact with your environment. Again, that growing up, that 3rd house. Cancer is our home and how we nurture, how we've been nurtured, how we nurture those around us, how we take care of our home, what we like in our home, what makes us comfortable. Leo is creativity, recreation, and sexuality, that 5th house, that fun, charismatic. They say when Christ, the chrism, reaches the heart, it becomes charisma. What's charismatic? That's Leo, the heart. Virgo is service, duty, health, the 6th house of our service to other people. Again, the earth signs are about the physical work that we do. And this could be our physical work and our daily routines that keep our daily routines functioning. Libra is cooperation and opposition. Again, that Venus ruled Libra, and the higher mind, Uranus, is all about the betterment of mankind, humanity, our interpersonal relationships, and also our relationships to the greater world, how we understand that, how we react with other people can be either coercive or maybe defensive. Scorpio, death and rebirth, karmic return. Scorpio is again the upheavals and the birthing of rewards and fortunes because of those losses and transformations. Sagittarius is philosophy, spirituality, and diversity because it represents higher learning and culture, other people, other ways of doing things, more insights. Capricorn is career, ambition, public standing, how we are seen by other people in the world. Is the 10th house, because in our chart, the 10th house is at the top of the sky, where the sun is most vibrant and top of the sky, which is in our chart. We can split this chart up into a yearly chart, as we know, or we can split it up into a day and night chart. So, Aquarius is about our ideals, our friends, and our allies, that 11th house. So we have the influence of what communities we're a part of, or what groups we're a part of, what we do for fun, people that have like interests like us. Pisces is surrender, sacrifice, and secrecy. Very mysterious, that Neptune of Pisces, but also Pluto is about surrender and sacrifice, that higher mind of Pisces, the esoteric ruler. And that's why I revert back to these old notes, because astrologers today do not incorporate these esoteric rulers of the zodiac. And to me, that makes all the difference in our interpretations. So the esoteric meaning of the house is one of my favorite, most sacred notes I'll share with you here. The first house is the emergence of soul purpose and activities. So that first impression that we put on people, that people see, is not just only the way that we adapt to our needs of our sun sign, but also that first house and that ascending sign is what we ascend to in this lifetime, this rising energy within us. So that soul purpose, that path's purpose may show itself, reveal itself, exaggerate itself, manifest itself with the qualities of that first ascendant house. The second house is spiritual values and the use of life energies. Again, that second house of Taurus is how we make money and receive that money back, how we give value and receive that value. The third house is of mental energy, relating of the higher and lower selves. Gemini, again, how we grow up, who we grow up around. Geminis, I notice, a lot of times might come from split families or separated households, or lots of cousins and half-sisters, half-brothers, stepsisters, stepbrothers, adoptions, or even just friends being a very important role in how they grow up, or the security and what makes us who we are, how we grow up in that third house. The fourth house is foundation of the soul. Again, Cancer wants to create a good foundation. It's all about foundation, and really the foundation of generations to come. It's about creating real lifelong security. The fifth house is expression of spiritual will, ruled by Leo. That sun of Leo that needs to express itself and be vibrant and seen and shine. The 6th house is personality integration, service through healing and nurturing. That's where we find Virgo again, the 6th house, personality integration, service through healing and nurturing. There's a balance that comes with Virgo that doesn't need to overgive also as well, that balance, personality integration, being able to use your skills to the best of your ability by not being stepped on, and knowing your self-worth in a way. But the personality integration, I think in the 6th house, is rising to the occasion, really shining through your service and work. And a lot of times that takes a lot of interpersonal, internal transformation to have the courage to do the service that you're called to do. The 7th house is the path of inner union between the soul and personality. So again, I think in the higher mind, Uranus more than Venus with Libra, because it's trying to, Libra itself, the zodiac, wants to integrate and understand the union of the soul and personality, the soul being the bigger part of us and the personality being this short-term physical part of us. And Libra rules the kidneys. So sometimes a struggling Libra may revert to alcohol or substances that affect the kidneys. But being able to find that balance, as Libras are called to do, find the middle path of being able to express their personality and the higher soul for the good of humanity. 8 is the path of awakening in soul consciousness. 8 is that Scorpio-ruled house of death, rebirth, transformation, upheavals, sudden change, because of an anticipated need for learning and transformation. 9 is knowledge of cosmic law and ancient wisdom. That's the Sagittarius house ruled by Jupiter. It's all about esoteric, higher knowledge, cultures, religions, philosophies, universities, wisdom, cosmic law. 10 is spiritual purpose and responsibility, ruled by Capricorn, the 10th house. What we are known for, that spiritual purpose, and how we take responsibility for our life and others around us. 11 is our spiritual visions, aspirations, and spiritual groups, again with Aquarius, that has the whole of humanity in mind. So that's where we find our like-minded groups, our hobbies, what we like to do for fun, or what is most important to us. We can find these like-minded people there in our 11th house. The 12th house is unredeemed past karma, bondage to personality, selfless service to humanity. Those hardest lessons that Pisces learns through Pluto and Neptune, the unconditional love that comes from inevitable loss and death, upheavals, transformation. The rising sign is the soul's purpose, the path to the future, the qualities to develop in this lifetime. The North Node is our goal and our path. The sun sign and the house of our sun sign is symbolic of present paths towards integration of our personality. Our needs, how we integrate our needs of the physical body and the needs of our soul, spiritual body. So some more information on the houses, now that we have a good look at what these houses and zodiac represent, how they influence, what their intangible personalities and qualities are, we can see how they will make their moves and manifest physically. So we're going to use this information to get into some more on our next lecture, the difference between tropical and Vedic astrology and sidereal astrology, and then going into the aspects and how we use these aspects with the houses, with the planets, and with the zodiac. So, hope this helps, gives you some more insight, words, symbology to associate these archetypes with that you can use moving forward and looking for signs.